So I'm going to go over the basic things that we covered in class. So the first thing we are looking at is the comprehension strategy of rereading. And since the genre that we are studying the next 2 weeks is an expository text often explores unfamiliar concepts and uses new vocabulary. So we can reread difficult sentences or sections and ask and answer questions in order to monitor and adjust our comprehension. So when we encounter a difficult section in the text, we should read it a little bit more slowly, and we can stop and reread it. So you may need to reread it a couple times before you actually understand it, and that's okay, especially when we're working with an expository text, which is informational, so there is a lot of information that we have to process at the same time. So, we are going to look at a section from the shared read. So one thing I want you guys to do today is to reread the shared read, which will be uploaded. So, when we read the second paragraph of The Revolution Begins on page 102, we might be confused about why the British troops began marching to Lexington and Concord. So, if we remember, they did draft something to send to King George III. So let's read this. After the discussion, the delegates decided to send a peace proposal to the king. Congress ended, but the trouble continued. So when we reread this, the delegates decided to send a peace proposal, but trouble continued. So why did the trouble continue even though the delegates sent a peace plan? I can probably make an inference here that King George did not agree to the proposal. So when we read page 102, we're going to retell how the Patriots responded to the British troops marching. So what happened after they attacked? So you are going to reread to find that answer. Now, when we were looking at our shared read, we also have a lot of headings and timelines, which are unique to expository texts. So since expository texts are informational, they are going to give you facts, examples, and explanations about a topic. It may include text features such as headings, charts, diagrams, or timelines that organize this information. So I can tell that Creating a Nation is an expository text because it gives facts about events that led up and followed the American Revolution. I can also see headings and a timeline at the bottom. So the heading, as pointed out here, would be Revolution Begins. And that tells you what the section of the text is mostly about. And a timeline is showing events in the order in which they take place. So since there is a lot of detailing of events that lead to what happened during the American Revolution, the timeline really helps us sequence those events. So I want you to think about why the author included the timeline. So how is the information helpful? So think about that and write that down. Now, we're also working with nouns this week and next. So this week, we're looking at common and proper nouns. So a proper noun always begins with a capital letter. So when proper nouns contain more than one word, you capitalize each important word. So capitalize the names of the days, months, holidays, historical events, geographical names, nationalities, and organizations. So Naomi, Sunday, August, President's Day, Shays Rebellion, Denver, Spanish, and the American Heart Association. So these are all proper nouns. And as you can see, they are capitalized. So sometimes proper nouns are abbreviated or shortened. An initial is the first letter of a name. Initials and titles are capitalized and end with a period. So the abbreviations of days and months are also capitalized. So E.B. White. So E and B are abbreviations for the name. They're capitalized and they have a period after them. Mrs. Jackson. Thursday is abbreviated with a dot, and August is abbreviated with a dot. So we're going to rewrite each sentence correctly by capitalizing any proper nouns. So, my family will travel to Mexico next July. So when I'm looking for proper nouns, I'm looking for specific people, specific places, and specific events. So I can see Mexico and July are going to be the proper nouns. So, my family will travel to Mexico next July, and that is going to be capitalized. So, the next ones I want you to try to do on your own and let me know if it is still causing you any confusion. So you are free to message me if you are struggling, so please let me know. So, what I would do as you're going through this, look for the specific places, look for the specific events, and look for the days of the week, months of the year, and look for abbreviations. So for our spelling concept, we are looking at variant vowel and diphthongs. So variant vowel is, it sounds like a short O, and it's the same sound that we hear in the word dawn, and it could be spelled in different ways. So some examples of this would be lawn, pause, chalk, and bought. So in each of these words, we are going to underline the letters that are making the variant vowel sound. So as you can see, this is spelled very differently from just the short O sounds that we've studied before. So diphthongs are gliding vowel sounds. They combine two vowel sounds into one syllable. So when you say the word boil, you start with one vowel sound and glide to the next. So oi and ow are two common diphthongs, and they are spelled in different ways. So we can read the following words, and we're going to underline the parts that are making the diphthong sound. So here we have soil, enjoy. Then we have account, and town. So we are going to be sorting our words tomorrow, but this is just an introduction. So as you can see on list 1, we have the variant vowel spelled A-W. We have the variant vowel spelled O-U-G-H. We have a diphthong spelled O-I. Variant vowel spelled A-U. Diphthong spelled O-U. On list 3, it's very similar, but there are a couple differences. So we have the variant vowel spelled A-W, variant vowel spelled O-U-G-H, diphthong spelled O-I, variant vowel spelled A-U, and diphthong spelled O-U. And on list 2, and this is the challenge list, we have the variant vowel spelled A-W, the variant vowel spelled O-U-G-H, diphthongs, oi spelled O-I, variant vowel spelled A-U, diphthong O-U or ow spelled O-U, and diphthong ow spelled O-W. So we will be sorting these out tomorrow, and this is a basic overview of what we have covered in class today.